guys, I need to tell you a sad thing. So then I leave my Cortez in the car. The man sold them.
You had a Cortez taken from you?
He sold it.
King, welcome to it. It is.
No!
Today, we've got Dippy in the building.
No! You cannot do that.
Well, you signed.
No.
You signed. Last night, you signed.
Please don't say that to... No, cut. No, let's start again.
You want to start again?
Yes.
I'm editing.
You caught me off guard. Oh my God. Shit. Okay, I'm ready.
First question.
No, you have to start the link again.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like you generally have to.
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Live SoFa. It's your boy Maraza. I was Pamandla. aka Njomana Mkapo Pepo Pepe Lazi Twa Dumnyanya Gathi Sina Cholakala. Pepe Salgazi Jenny Wanaka.
Okay, I think
that's probably why they told me I'm gestowed.
Yeah. You just bam. I mean, damn. You worse than the guys who did the Beppa song themselves. Hectic.
Yeah, you did the Beppa dancing.
Me.
Hey, Dippy.
Hi, my baby. How are you? You're feeling shy?
Yeah. Thank you for coming, man. It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, welcome to it. First question is very simple. Don't overthink it. One word. You are on the Live SoFa. This baby here. So how is life so far?
I'm content.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Now, that question usually changes by the end of the interview when we start digging deep into your previous life as Cleopatra.
I mean, I would be sure that I was.
Oh, yeah? Do you believe in reincarnation?
Absolutely. I do. I think you come back as a grasshopper, a rat, a human, sometimes just like different things.
I love how grasshopper and rat were like the premium ones, and then sometimes you come back as a human. Just G.
I mean, I just feel like God decides to do what he wants to do. And as a person, you'll experience life in different ways.
Yes,
you know, I think it would be quite monotonous if you kept rather coming back as a human, you know, as opposed to being like, you learn from being a different thing or just from being in different places. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why I believe that you could come back as anything.
This is proper thespian talk. This is proper thespian talk. And for anyone who doesn't know, Dippy is a musician and an actress.
Yes.
But what else?
And a voiceover artist.
Yes.
Yes. And a performer. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. And when I say performer, I'm just saying like all round singer, dancer. You know, so I perform.
Not that I've seen you hosting events or emceeing.
Presenter,
no, actual like live events.
Yeah.
Because your energy for me is so incredibly infectious, and it's difficult to you can't be in a room with Dippy and be down and gloomy, you know. And that's why I wasn't
I'm gonna pester you.
Yeah. And in the best way possible.
Yeah.
When you came in, you thought I was ignoring you, but I was saving it for this.
Right.
If you and I get going, we'll get going.
We would.
You know?
I mean, I did force you to greet me after all.
Yes, sir. And I really wanted to get it on camera. When you get in the room, you command it, and that's a beautiful thing.
You, right.
But I really want to dwell on what you just said about God arranging things so that you can come back in a way that is more interesting.
Yeah.
In your current life, what is the significance of God right now?
Everything.
Yeah.
Literally everything. I am who I am because of God. And my mom drove me, you know, to being that type of woman.
Yeah.
I believe that nothing can happen without God. You know, so his significance is that it's major.
Yes.
I cannot function without just, you know, the knowledge of God, or just the knowledge of knowing that he is in my presence wherever I go, whenever I'm anywhere. You know what I mean?
Even in the trap.
Even in the trap, I know that God, you know, I pray sometimes and I'm like, yo, I am having the time of my life. I am drunk, but I'm just like, yo, Mudimu, thank you. You know what I mean? That, because sometimes you enjoy that feeling. And I'm going to be realistic, you know. But I'm just like, thank you, God. Thank you for keeping me safe with my friends and, you know, the people that we are with. Sometimes we make irresponsible decisions, but we're still here.
Yes.
So his significance is major.
Yeah, but let me tell you, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. After, there's certain things that I've gone through where, especially last year, personally, and you know about the event.
Yeah.
And I found myself asking, but dog, if you're there, like,
why?
Why?
Yeah.
why me? Why now?
Yeah.
What did I do? Why did you give me this if you're gonna take it
Yeah.
away? Have you felt like that?
Absolutely. I mean, even this year, I was just like, why? Last year especially, I think last year is the most traumatic year I've ever been through, because I lost 9 people in my life, but the one was my best friend, DJ Dimplez.
Yeah.
And I couldn't fathom what was going on, and I didn't know how to live without him, you know, because I did everything with him. So it was just like, why? But then I grew to understand that I know it sounds, you know, like people are always saying that everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
But I understand the fact that God would never give his strongest challenges rather to his strongest, you know, praises. You know, so you are very strong as you are, and therefore you're going to be hit with something that's very challenging and hard so that you can be a greater person, you know. So, but when you are in that mess at that exact time,
doesn't feel like
it doesn't make sense. And you're just like, do you hate me that much? But you'll realize that it's for a greater purpose.
Yeah.
You know, only much later on when you've matured emotionally, you know, and mentally and intellectually, you know.
I'm still upset.
I understand that, yeah.
But I'm not holding it against you. don't retaliate.
No, I strongly believe, sorry to cut you
I
off.
get you, yeah.
I strongly believe that we should have conversations with God like that, where you tell him I'm upset.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak to you right now, because it's a relationship. It's like having a relationship with your parents. You guys will fight, but it mustn't mean that now I must always be scared to tell my parent how I'm feeling, even though they upset me. You must tell God, I'm not okay with what you did. I'm upset. I don't understand it right now. I don't know if I will ever. But how?
Help me understand.
Hey, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah.
You see, you just touched on something that I think is really significant and important. I'm a big believer. I believe in God greatly. I believe in our ancestors greatly. And for me, African spirituality is the intersection of both, you know. And I remember that religion tossed me away from God because of the structure of the church.
Right.
When I was growing up, I was told that this is the house of God. So I went in there thinking, everything I am taught about God is going to happen in this house. There shall be no judgment. There shall be infinite love. There shall be only caring for every single person who is there. And then humans start doing human things in that establishment. And it affected my relationship with God. And I only got back into it when I started realizing that at the end of the day, it's a personal thing. He makes you by yourself, even if you're twins. You do not share exactly the same DNA structure, you know? And then I realized, oh, okay. Religion is man's way of comprehending and structuring the praise of God and the existence of God. And therefore, anything that is man's way will have man's conflict and man's influence in there, which is
manipulation.
Which is flawed and not infallible. So once I was able to remove God from the church, I was able to really connect with God strongly. Now, even when I do go to a church, it might be 10 of us, it might be 1,000. I'm there alone.
Yes. And particularly for your own reasons.
Particularly for my own reasons, you know. And when the praise is happening and you're feeling it, that's great. But when the person next to me is doing something I don't understand, I still focus on what I'm there for. Because there's so much judgment in those structures. And for people like us, in entertainment, I'm looking at you now. You dressed beautifully. By the way, you look amazing, my friend.
Thank you.
You look great.
That took you long?
Yeah. I wanted to give you something, a proper review, you know?
Thank you.
So starting with the shoes, no, it's not going to be that kind of review.
I'm not wearing sneakers today, so...
with everything that we do, I remember there was a time when, maybe it's just because maybe it's because I'm a village boy, but I remember there was a time when, music was considered like a demonic thing.
Yes.
Particularly hip-hop.
Absolutely.
Kwaito, and the likes. And you and I are from the same era, by the way. And for those who don't know, she and I have known each other for a very long time.
I was actually even like stamped his groupie. Remember? They were like, I'm your groupie. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. And the time, what?
Yeah, because I supported South African hip-hop like nobody's business. Prior to 2010.
You are a hip-hop head through and through.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how especially as a girl, especially that young, when you are coming up at Kohai, are you from Lesotho?
No, so I was born and bred here.
Okay.
But I partly grew up in Lesotho.
All right.
For many years.
Which is a lot more conservative than South Africa.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I like conservatism.
Yeah.
I think it leads us in the right ways,
I don't.
As long as we don't... No. But I think, I do think that, you know what, let me hold that thought. Let's carry on with this one. Growing up, you partly growing up in Lesotho, partly growing up in South Africa, and you are this loud, bubbly, happy-go-lucky, get it all chick who is into so many things that involve guys. Because Kwaito and hip-hop, and there's a lot of guys.
Yeah, definitely.
How was that growing up, and how did your family take to your choice of lifestyle?
You know, my mom has always been my biggest supporter and my biggest fan. So anything I wanted, she would like root for me and be like, yes, you go, girl. Just like Seema said. You do you, kid.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but my mom was just always that person who was just like, no, do you? I've got your back.
Yeah.
She never really judged me because she was also a girl who loved boys. And I don't mean love boys like in that type of sense, but like chilling with boys, hanging around boys.
Yeah.
So yeah, she really supported me. But as opposed to how people thought about me, I've never cared.
Yeah?
I've never cared. I've always been so loud, so crazy that if somebody's going to, I never cared. I've always been so independent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I like it and it's serving me well and hi man, gumnandila, I'm doing it. I don't give a fuck what you're going to say about me. It's not going to affect me at all.
That's amazing.
And that's the attitude that got me thus far.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have time to think about what's Marasa going to say when I start doing this. What's Zuzile going to... No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Dippy.
Yes.
Hloni.
Yes.
You like this? Go and follow it. And by luck, my mom ended up jumping onto the bandwagon with the fact that she forced me into going to NSA. I didn't want to go to NSA. Yeah. But she's so mandlumtwana, she's always getting suspended or expelled. Like I was always in fights, you know.
Get him.
So they were like, nah. And she's like, I need to put all this energy somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it's not working in an academic school only.
Yes.
And that's when she put me in NSA, the
Which
best
is the
decision of my
National
life.
School of the Arts.
Yeah, National School of the Arts. Best decision of my life, rather. It's made me extremely confident in myself because they put you in a world where you're in the real world at that point.
Yes.
You cannot be doing things like normal high school people and no, you're in the world.
Yeah.
And that's what helped me become me. And I've just never given a fuck.
So at that point, was the love for music and drama already there, or did the love for drama develop during your time at NSA?
My love for drama and music developed at the same time. I think I was born with it, you know.
Yeah, I would agree.
Literally, my mom would tell me that I was about 4 or 5. When she had visitors over, I'd switch off the TV and start dancing for them.
Yeah.
And singing, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be singing Keith Sweat, like, girl, like, what the hell are you doing? But I was doing it, you know what I mean? And I always remember myself singing in front of the mirror. I always saw myself as a musician and an actress, you know? And I got the opportunity to do it and boom, it just... But let me tell you, your house music blew me away in primary school.
I'm upset about that, but carry on.
Dude, let me tell you, house will always come number 1 to me. It will always, like, I kid you not.
I'm thinking, carry on with your crib music.
And the first time I heard a house track, I was 5 years old on the way to a Krish play. Yeah. And it was on YFM. YFM had just come out. It was 1998. And my mom changed this.
Vivid.
Yeah, I'm very vivid with house music, literally. Yeah. And it came out 98. My mom changed the music station and I cried until she took it back. And it was Nick Holder. Summer Days.
Oh, yes.
And
I know Summer Days. It was on Fresh House Flavor.
Yes, yes. And I was like, what is this? And I always tried to find this station that played this music and I would find it. And I kid you not, I've always known house music even though I stayed at boarding school. But I'll tell you, excuse my phone.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you which year it came out. When it came out, was it summer, winter, autumn? I will literally tell you. When it comes to house, my boy.
Yeah.
I'm your library.
Let me tell you, as much as I like to defend hip hop and everything, house music has this incredible ability to instantly take you to a very specific point in time where, what's it called? Not reminiscing. The nostalgia that comes with house music, even for me, is a lot stronger than the nostalgia that comes with hip hop.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, because back then, hip hop was less emotional, less melodic.
No, I disagree. I absolutely disagree. I think it was much more emotional, much more melodic.
Oh no, I'm talking in terms of like the rapper.
Yes.
And the not the content of what they're saying.
No,
but how they say it.
Okay, let's talk about DMX. Hey,
Okay.
yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. Okay, let's speak about Nas. All I need is one mic. Let's go to Tupac. A cliche version of a rapper that was emotional.
Yeah.
What's that song where he feels like he's dying? Besides, what is the song? Oh my God, I always listen to it. But so many tears. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Those songs. Let's speak about what's B.I.G. You know?
Yeah, now you're talking to me.
Yeah, where what is that song? The sky's the limit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's another one. I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I feel death knocking at my. Do you know that song?
Yeah, I do.
You see what I'm saying? Those people were melodic. But they were emotional. Okay. I don't want to live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. Come on, bro.
Okay. No.
It's very commercial now.
Yeah, true. But now we're adding a lot more in terms of harmonies in the backings and in the choruses from the rapper themselves, even how they're rapping. You've got different notes going up and down, harmonizing their backings, and also in the production as well. Whereas for me back then, and maybe this is just the hip hop that I had access to, which was just more, definitely DMX, definitely those songs by Pac and everything. But those guys for me felt like not the norm. The norm was aggressive, boom, shit, boom, boom, shit.
In which era exactly?
I'm talking 98, 99, 2000.
I think 2000 you may be correct, but before that I disagree.
Okay.
I think it started getting commercial, and even with the music videos, it just started getting super commercial.
Yeah.
From 2000 getting upwards. You know what
and
I mean?
I'm not mad at that though, because for me, like now, when I was started listening to hip hop a lot more, it was when. So first of all, in my village, we didn't have electricity, right?
Okay.
So I couldn't listen to the radio, you know. So when people came over, you would switch off the TV and dance for them.
Yeah.
When people came over, I would do Cause FM radio jingles for them.
Okay.
Because if I'm 99.6,
that is wild. You know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I was actually a radio voiceover at that age in grade 3.
Oh, damn!
So I was actually doing jingles for City FM.
No way, dude.
I swear.
Making bank.
Oh my God,
yeah,
it's not like I got any of it, Mom.
But look at you now.
I'm calling you out, girl.
but Mom, we see where the money went.
We see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's interesting for me because when you look at the development of the average South African youth, especially if we grew up in villages and whatnot, as much as I said earlier, I'm conservative.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an extremist. Okay, I think there's extremists on both sides of things.
Mm-hmm.
You can be too conservative. You can be too protective of your children. You can be too judgmental of people around you. And mind you, in my conservatism, it applies to me and my family.
Yeah.
Everyone outside of the structure, live and let live.
Yeah.
I do not judge. But when I say I was conservative, I mean just careful where I go, careful what I do, careful who I do it with. And sometimes parents can be too conservative and prevent us from experiencing those things. So when I grew up, I was quite the anomaly. I was the only person in my village who loved hip hop and wanted to get into the music thing and wanted to do the acting thing.
I see.
And for you, having parents that were very, very supportive helped to nurture that from a very young age.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I wasn't expecting. Because especially as a girl, you know, we have this idea that in hip hop, you know, you will get taken advantage of.
Yeah,
and because it does happen.
Everywhere.
That's actually because it does happen and there's certain things we need to address and fix in our culture. But how much of your mom's influence exists in your life today?
Oh, all of it.
Yeah?
Absolutely all of it. I am my mother.
Yeah.
My mother was also, sorry, my stomach keeps growling.
We can't hear it, but now we know.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
So my mom was also an artist when she was young.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was a theatre actress and she sang at school.
Yeah.
And then when she moved to South Africa, my mom hustled, dude. Like she had nothing, you know.
Yeah, bro. When you said move to South Africa, in my head I was like, wait, your mom was American?
No, man.
I just remembered Lesotho.
Yes, from Lesotho, yes.
Yeah.
So she moved to South Africa before I was born, like a few years before I was born. And the lady hustled, man. She was even like, she used to work at the shop at the market theatre.
Oh, wow.
And she would go into Bosilomake, like Boringo, you know.
And mind
like,
you, this is pre-democracy.
Pre-democracy. This is
apartheid times.
1988.
This is you can't be at
you
the
can't.
market theatre after 6 p.m. or something without your dumb bus.
Exactly.
Which is dumb bus.
So she used to work at Checkers, you know, as a tiller,
as a cashier,
and then as a cashier. Then after that, she would go to the market theatre. Like she would hustle,
Grinding.
and she had the love for it so much. And I think because she never got the opportunity to do it, I somehow just got born and then just took all of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's primarily why I do it so much, because I know I'm not only living for my mom. Living for myself. I'm proudly living for my mother as well.
Yes.
And it's the greatest feeling because I see how happy she gets. She's just like, that's my daughter. And to think how many people used to look down on her. How many people used to say, why would you take Umtwana to NSA? Your child will never do anything. And now she's just like, my child will never what? Look at my daughter now, you know? So it makes me so excited just to make sure that my mom can be excited through me. She can live her dreams through me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
I mean, there was one show that I actually did with her where she was acting as my mother. And I was her daughter.
Damn.
Yeah, I think it was like in 2012. Shade, remember Shade Gilbert from
Isn't it Gilibeti?
Yeah.
It's like Italian, right?
Yeah, that Italian surname from Yo TV.
Yeah.
She was directing
she
immigrated. She was directing and acting in it. And we did a movie and it was so cute. And Thabo Rameti was also my boyfriend in it.
Yeah.
And it was quite nice. My mom was so excited. It was nice.
I really love your mother.
Thank you.
I can't wait to meet her.
I'm sure she loves you too.
I hope so.
She loves anybody that loves me, so yeah.
Where's your dad?
My dad passed away, unfortunately. He passed away before I was born, when my mom was 3 months pregnant. So that's another reason why I'm just like, I got to make her happy. You know what I mean?
Because as I'm hearing you talk about your influences coming up, and rest in peace, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're looking down and you're proud of how your legacy lives on today. Because it lives on in a way that makes a lot of people's lives a whole lot better and a whole lot more enjoyable. Trust me. We're gonna dive into that in a bit.
Yeah.
But so you grew up, you were raised by a single mother, or did you have a stepfather?
So I did have a stepfather.
Okay.
And then unfortunately my parents got divorced.
Okay.
But it really never affected me in any way.
So how was that relationship though?
It was cool.
As a male figure in your life?
It was cool. Yeah. I mean, I've always been a mama's baby, man. Yeah. You know?
Which it's insane to me that you because as I feel like you're so one of the guys.
You always say that. You literally always like, such a nigga.
Yeah, you're such one of the guys. You know, and you're not even, you're not tomboy, you're not masculine. It's just, but the way we think and the way we engage with life, you just.
It's boarding school. It's boarding school.
Wait,
Can I just put this on silent?
Were you in a co-ed boarding school?
What is that?
Oh, that's both sexes.
Yes, I was. JP Prep. So I went to JP Prep, and it was a primary school boarding school.
Yeah.
And would leave on Fridays, come back on Sunday. But I was always with the boys.
Yeah.
Like, I was one of the niggas. That's why I got expelled and suspended so many times.
Oh, yeah, because they would get too familiar, especially about trap.
Exactly.
There we go.
I mean, I once put one in a pick-it-up bin and
Beat
they like,
that
take
boy
her
with a
home.
bag. What? You put one in a bin?
Yeah. It was so bad. It was this white guy, and he swore at my mom.
Oh.
He said, fuck your mother. And I said, what?
No, you were taking out the trash.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were taking out the trash.
I blacked out. I threw this guy in the bin. I just remember everybody throwing me in the air. And like, they trying to get him out the bin. And the teachers were like, she's out. Expel her.
Enough.
Out. My mom beat the shit out of me, dude. She's like, dude, I'm trying to hustle for us here, bruh. What are you doing? And my stepdad was just like, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Because, like, even though you just talk about, your mother disciplining you.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I grew up getting spanked quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I still have fond memories of that. I'm like, man, they loved me, but I pissed them off on this day.
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
A lot, yeah.
Do you think that when you are finally blessed with children, do you think you're gonna take a page from your mother's book? And,
I have to, but I've realized that I'm a very kibohale. I'm very strict. I'm stricter than my mom.
There we go.
That's
the conservatism I'm talking about.
Exactly. You see, I'm even more strict like with her.
Yeah.
Where sometimes I feel like I've become the parent and I only realize later and I'll come back and be like, I'm so sorry. But I don't like shit. And I don't like anybody trying to take advantage of my mother.
Yes.
So I can see that when I have kids,
even when she's allowing people to take advantage,
and I'm just
you
like,
go
what?
at her.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not going to excuse me, and then I end up handling everything, you know. And you know, I just feel like it also happens as our parents get older, we start becoming the parents.
Yes,
and I'm okay with that. I love
me too,
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm never taking any of my parents to an old
no,
age
no, never. My mom is my responsibility the way that I was her responsibility. That is the love of my life. So I think I'm going to be very, very strict. I can already see it. I'm already strict with my little brother. I don't take nonsense. And my little brother, mind you, is 26. But I'm just
like, big-ass man.
That's a big ass man, but I don't take shit. And he knows that. And he sometimes gets scared that, oh my God, my sister, I need to do this and this and this, you know. Even my mom gets scared to tell me because she knows I'm going to shit on him or I'm going to shout about what happened. But that's just me protecting my family. And I'll do it over and over again because they are my everything. I am who I am because of them.
It comes from a place of love. And,
absolutely.
And for me, I really respect that you do that because so too often we more concerned about appearing, seeming to be nice and cool when we know that, you know, down the line, this decision is going to affect you negatively. And I'm going to have to be there and face the fact that when you made the decision, I knew it could affect you negatively, but I let it slide, even though I knew better.
Exactly. Yeah, I can't do that.
No,
I cannot. And it's weird because I think I've actually learned this attitude from her because mom, she never used to take masepa, guys.
Yeah.
Like never.
And she shouldn't.
Especially like from white people because you must understand this is post-apartheid.
Yeah.
And now she's putting I'm putting my daughter in the white schools just as it opens, go. You know what I mean? So she lived through it and I'd always watch her protecting me and protecting herself.
Yes.
And that's when I started to say, okay. And now when they get older, they become nicer because they just like, I stuff this. And I'm just like, hell no.
No. Now I'm not going to take it. You taught me not to take
it.
And now I'm not going to allow you to take it.
Who are you talking to like that?
How dare you?
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
How dare you?
Yeah.
No, that's beautiful. I think for me, when earlier on when we spoke about God, you said, you know, you should be able to talk to God like your parent and say, you know, I don't like this. I don't like what you're doing now, you know?
Yeah.
And you just confirm that you actually have that relationship with your mother, which a lot of us don't have. And for me, I really feel like today, the adults of tomorrow are going to be really pissed off at the parents of today. Because the parents of today oftentimes allow their kids to do some really like dodgy things that they and then because when if I was growing up now and they allowed me to do some of the things
we would have went left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then when I grow up I say I was a child.
Yeah.
You were my parents. You knew better. Why did you allow me to do all of these things?
Yeah, I think they're very lenient with their kids and you must understand that sometimes it's because there's not two parents in one household. That's what I've noticed. It's because the child lives here, then the child lives here. So these people are also very smart. They know how to take advantage of both parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you do this not knowing what you know, man. But if you're also very observant, you'll realize that, man, there's a problem here. Law is becoming very smart and naughty. So they're taking advantage and manipulating the situation.
Yes.
So I see, I don't necessarily think it's only the parents at fault because we're not there 24/7 with our kids.
Yeah,
not to say I've got a child. There's the schools. And then you're not there when the child is with the other parent. Let's say like you're my baby daddy.
Yes.
You're not there when Unewo is with me. And Newo was busy saying this about my dad is doing this, you know. So please do it. So I'll be like, okay. And sometimes parents try too hard to overcompensate. They try to overcompensate. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, you're right.
And then it ends up messing with the whole system.
Yes.
I just think the fact that there are no parents that are together under one household, that's where the mess up happens. And there's a lot of parents that are just breaking up right now. Our generation's also fucked up.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I really appreciate that you just said that because I am a big advocate for two-parent households and, you know, try as hard as you can. There's many situations, we understand, where it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
Between the father and the mother.
Yeah.
And we have to do co-parenting. But I really feel like the way we encourage that to be the case these
it's okay.
days,
it's normal.
You know, it's but it's not ideal.
Yeah.
You know, we should be trying out, like the fact that you right now at your age, you know, you don't have a child, you're waiting to be in the right structure. And if things don't really work out, okay, they don't, but you gave it your best shot. And I think these days, I mean, I saw a TikTok of there was a lady I was watching. I was like, you know, I want another child, but I obviously don't want another man. Like, wait, so you are going to deliberately bring a child
without a father
in the mix.
Yeah.
So if you're not ready for another man in your life, then you need to concede. Then I am not in the space to have another child. Personally,
you know what I think? I think we must just be honest with the fact that as old as we are, some people being pregnant, myself included, that's considered teenage pregnancy.
Yeah.
We're still kids.
Yeah.
We're still childish.
Yo, especially you're not.
I'm childish, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes.
I'm still a child myself. I'm just like, no, I can't look after you. I'm still looking after myself, yo. Like,
barely.
Yo, I will forget about the both of us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So no, but I think like just with what you said, she sounds like her emotional intelligence is not high enough, her IQ, because you're right by saying, so when are you willing to bring a child that doesn't have a father? That's going to cause so much drama for that kid, so much problems. This is how kids end up becoming depressed. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be honest. So I've been admitted. I was once admitted into hospital this year. It's the first time I actually speak about it openly. You know, I only tell my friends. And it was because I slipped into depression.
Yes. And especially after the year you
exactly
had to carry on,
exactly. So this year my mom was like, no dude, like we have to sort you out. You're not dealing you know, with everything that you've been through, and mind you, it's also other things. So I think now it was like a pressure cooker. I just went pow, you know what I mean? And then I got there and I was so shocked to find 12 11-year-olds, 13-year-olds. I was like, hang on, why aren't you in school? Why are you guys here? And I asked the doctors, I was like, why are these kids here? And they were like, you must understand that these kids also go through a lot of stuff. Some of them get raped when they're like 5 years old. Some of them just get abandoned. And I was just like, oh my God. And this is, you see, that mentality of what that lady said, this is how you lead kids into going into it's not a mental institution, it's a mental health clinic, you know, but you lead kids who are not supposed to be there to be there. There was a 12-year-old smoking and I shouted at him. I was like, why utuba wena?
Your motherly instincts are kicking in.
It just kicked in.
Yeah,
and
rightly
like,
so. Thank you for doing that.
I was like, yeah, you're going to come here and smoke. Throw that thing away. And he threw it again. And I caught him again the next day. And he threw it away. He smokes in front of his parents, mind you. And I didn't know that. But when I saw him, I shouted at him and he threw it away quickly when he saw me again. And I thought to myself, how is he smoking next to his parents? He's 12.
He doesn't smoke in front of his parents. He smokes in front of people who gave birth to him. Parent is a verb.
Oh, that is very profound.
Parent is a verb.
That is
and
profound.
It has action attached to it. And too often, some of us
it gets misused. Okay.
We're not doing that these days. You know.
I see.
I mean, my pops died early on as well, and I was the only father figure I know was my stepfather, who's also Mhlongo, and that man. He never actively set me down and said, I want to teach you this, I want to teach you this. But I just looked at how he lived, how he operated. And I learned so much from him.
Right.
And then I looked at what was missing in my life and I realized, okay, as a father, this is the father that I want to be. You know, a combination of what I felt I needed and a combination of what I saw.
Yeah.
And I molded that together.
Shout out to you, Baba Mhlongo.
Yeah.
You've created a man amongst men.
He had a stick called Chichipo.
Gosh.
But yeah, he told me how to be protective, and I really feel like these days we don't do enough to protect ourselves from the things that affect our minds. And the way the mental health conversation has been had for me, and I want to get your opinion on this. I really feel like I haven't said this publicly, but I really feel like we are approaching the mental health conversation the wrong way, in the sense that we're treating it like this club that it's cool to be in. we discuss mental health issues, and then we tell each other that it's okay, and then we sit and we dwell in that place. My depression, my anxiety. These are not things I want to own. These are things I want to fight and get rid of. And it has become so common for people to use these hashtags on social media and whatnot that I feel like the mental health conversation has become like an exclusive club that everyone actually wants to become a part of.
Yeah.
You actually took the step to go and correct it. You went in, you admitted yourself. Whereas for a lot of the time,
I was actually admitted, but okay.
You were admitted. All right. Well, you went there. You put in the work. You did the work. And I just feel like these days, I struggle with those things too.
Yeah.
But I've stopped talking about them as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the conversation doesn't go where it's supposed to. How do we heal? How do we fix?
You're reminding me of something. It's,
I could be wrong.
No, you're right.
Okay.
You're very right. In fact, it reminds me of, I had this conversation with my friend yesterday where it was like even girls claim to be raped when they haven't been raped. And now it's like, as a person who's a rape victim, how do you come out and speak about this without feeling as if you may be victimized? Because nobody is sure if you're telling the truth or not. Yeah. Now they're using it to get to guys as a way of getting to guys. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which I think it's the same thing because now people use it as a way to get to somebody or just as a cool thing on Twitter.
Yeah, there's
or on
there's
Facebook.
A very small portion, a very small minority of people who have used it to get back at people.
Exactly.
But there's actual people who go through this.
Exactly.
And never get to see justice. So what are you doing to those people?
I think because it's such a touchy conversation.
It is.
I don't want to get involved with it or have an opinion about either side of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's just too many people saying too many things.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm sitting there with my opinion, sitting at the background without saying anything because it can be used against me as well as being an entertainer.
Yes,
Later on that can come and But I think it's the same thing. Like, guys, just shut up sometimes.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Wait for things to
Why
come
are you
up.
trying to get attention by saying you're depressed? Do you want more likes, retweets? What do you want? What do you want?
Is that really worth you going through?
No, some people it is because you are that lonely in life that you've only got this thing, which is your laptop or your computer and yourself. That's why some people catfish.
Yes.
Because they're that insecure about themselves that they can't go outside and try to find a relationship with somebody else. So you know what? I'll create a fake profile with Maraza's face and I'll say, that's me. I'm the one who did Guan. Come on, let's meet. Then I meet up with you.
And it's
God, it's not you. Oh God.
and that's like I'm judgmental.
Exactly.
When if I'd met you for you, I might have liked you.
Exactly.
But now you are not what you sold to me.
Exactly.
You know what your friend said, she's afraid to even speak about these things. I really feel like sometimes, so if I was to walk in Hillbrow right now or at night with a cell phone and cash in my hand.
We know what would happen.
Yes. And when that happens, are you not going to ask me what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
It depends. It
On
depends.
what?
It depends on a lot. It depends on who you are, where you're from. Do you know this place? Do you know Hillbrow? Do you know South Africa?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So if you
Perfect.
don't know this place and you're gonna walk around knowing, and I think I know where you're deriving to. That's why I want to say it depends. It
Okay.
depends. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to come and ask me? Maybe I'm jumping into conclusions. But do you want to tell me that some people put themselves in that situation?
No. I
Okay.
want to tell you this. Now we can't say, ladies, please be careful when traveling alone.
Yeah.
Preferably don't.
Yeah.
Travel in a group.
Yes.
Preferably try and avoid such places. And the response you get is, it's my life. I have to live my life how I want. How dare you? Are you now saying
Okay,
that
I
I
see.
bring such negativity towards myself? And I'm saying, no, there is a way that we can mitigate risk. Like you just said,
Yeah.
someone who does not know Hillbrow
Yeah.
and has never been to Hillbrow,
Yeah.
I cannot judge that person.
Yeah.
Johnny comes to Joburg for the
Yeah.
first time and
Yeah.
something happens, sure.
Yeah.
But now, if you're listening and I say to you, Hillbrow's like this,
Yeah.
like this.
Okay,
that's
then
not
you're
how
absolutely right.
That's not how it should be.
Yeah.
That's not how it should be.
No, but that's the reality of South Africa.
That's the reality
Or
of
the world.
world.
Of the world. That's the reality. If you're not going to listen, then I care.
Because
I
I
guess it's-
got a lot of flack. I had a live stream show that I did a couple of years ago. It was called From Boys to Men. And I was talking about the things that I want to teach my daughter in order for her to make sure that she is safer in the world, you know, where to go, where not to go, what type of people to go there with, how to vet people, how to make sure. And I just got attacked by so many women who are like, what you're saying is anything bad that happens to her is her fault. Like, why can't I arm my daughter with the knowledge to reduce her chances of being victimized? Because the one thing I have control over is what I do with my life and what I teach my daughter to engage in and to avoid.
Yes.
What I can't do is find a random evil man and tell him to stop being evil.
No, you can't. No, man. You can't tell a man to not do. You know what? Going back to
or
the
an
fact
evil
that
woman. There's evil humans in the world.
in the world
and we
where
can't do
they also
anything about
harass
them.
boys.
Yeah.
Look, that's why I went back. I want to go back to the fact that I say to you that I don't give a fuck.
Yes, sir.
This is my parenting. This is how I'm going to teach lo mntwana lo ukuthi this is how the world is.
Yes.
You, who I don't know from above soap, and you have a different upbringing, are not going to tell me how my parenting is wrong. Umntwana lo, 9 months kamo.
Yes.
I birthed this child. You were not there.
I will have to live
So
with the
therefore,
consequences of what
whoever
happens.
is going to say whatever, you better not give a fuck because that's your child. You made that child. If they're going to say you raised this child badly, you are the one trying to protect your child. Here's a question. If anything happens to your daughter and you had not said anything, are they going to be there?
Nope.
Who's going to be there?
Only me.
So now
myself,
how
my
can you
conscience, my God,
possibly...
the mother and our family.
Exactly. How can
it.
you possibly take in their opinion? And in fact, take it in. In fact, that means you are doing something right. People are talking about you. Imagine if nobody was talking about you. That means you're dead and you're whack.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? So take that. No, take it in. Lesele lona.
Yes.
Lesele. Lerato controla batho ka bana ba bona. You can't do that. It's actually very wrong.
Yeah.
No, man.
Although we do both concede that there is actual bad parenting. There is.
I'm not saying that there's not bad.
I'm not
but when
saying-
it comes
I'm
to
not
my
saying you're
child,
not. I know exactly
protect my
what
child
you
from
mean.
rape
Yeah.
or being in danger
Or do whatever
of a man
he's
or
doing.
a woman. Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I am not going to tell my daughter that you can do whatever you
Never.
want, wherever you want,
Almost
whenever.
That's
I
suicide
wish-
for the child. The child's going to commit suicide in any sort of way.
I really wish the world was a better place, but it's just not.
It's not.
It's just not.
It's very terrible. It's evil.
But
It's
now,
evil.
I want to understand, how do you reconcile the world that we live in with the work that you do? Because, some of the characters I see you play the most, I want to talk about your acting now. Because you're such a ball of energy and such a happy person, you naturally get cast into those roles. And I really feel like you'd make a great Tomb Raider, a great Lara
I'm
Croft.
actually looking into doing that, Faves.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you've watched Colombiana. It's my favorite movie.
Oh,
Zoe
Zoe.
Saldana, yeah.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Colombiana.
Yeah.
That was where I really fell in love with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
She was not in Sicario, ne?
I don't know.
No, she wasn't. But
Susie.
yeah, she was in Colombiana. Carry on.
And she's in the Avatar. But yeah.
Amazing.
She's so amazing.
She carries.
Dude.
She carries Avatar.
What?
Zoe
She
Saldana
really
for me
does.
carries Avatar.
When I found
I'm not
out,
gonna
I
lie.
was like, well, obviously,
Yeah.
it's her. But I'm definitely looking into doing action things. Like you said, I play a lot of bubbly characters.
Yes.
I don't want to be typecasted, you know? And I kind of think there was a time where I started being typecasted, where I was always the hot girl
Yes.
who's stealing somebody's man. I've always had a man on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, what if I just didn't and I just killed every man? That would be cool. You know what I mean? So I'm looking into that.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
yeah.
now with the world that we live in, you recently did a show called Adulting, and I also know another one of the actors over there,
Who?
TJ BU.
That's my boy.
She's actually been on the couch
Really?
as well.
Hey,
Yeah.
B, you my babes. That's my nigga.
So you had, he had some scenes, okay? Okay?
Oh, he had some scenes.
Yeah. Wait,
Car.
there's actually a rapper pop that pussy in a handstand.
And he did it.
And he ate that
pussy.
kitty in a headstand.
He did.
I didn't watch it. I haven't watched adulting.
Really?
Yeah, because the two of you are too close to me. I don't wanna. And I heard you have a very raunchy scene.
No, I actually think it was quite tasteful. It wasn't raunchy. There were raunchy scenes.
Yeah, I heard.
There were really raunchy scenes.
I only heard.
And my scene, look, I think the only thing that's just like made a lot of the people that I know were just like, you're naked, you know, and or my followers or the people who support me, they're just like, Dippy is naked, you know? Yeah. And I think that's what shocked people. But otherwise, you weren't seeing me in the actual act. It was after the act, you know? And you just see my bums and my boobs and yeah.
So... This is why I never watched the show.
Yeah, a lot of people are just like, ugh. I had a partner and he was just like, was not impressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you balance?
It's my job.
Yeah.
My job always comes first.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if it's going to mess with my relationship, then I'm not willing to compromise on my job.
Yeah.
I fought to be the woman that I am and that I'm about to be for so long. And I honestly, to me, this is my opinion, it just seems dumb to me to put a relationship before my job. And that would be me saying fuck you to my younger self. You know, so if it means we break up, we will break up. You know, if we don't see eye to eye, it's fine. I guess we're not meant to be on this path together.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
Yeah.
I do not agree with what you just said. Absolutely not.
He's like, girl, fuck you.
You know, I mean, do your thing. I mean, I'll tell you this. If you're in a relationship with Dippy, this is what Dippy likes. This is what Dippy loves. And I don't think...
She's not going to compromise on her job.
No. Not at this time.
Exactly.
Not at this moment.
Exactly.
So
maybe later on.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We grow. Maybe. So as a man, I wouldn't walk into your life and start immediately trying to enforce my values on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It takes time.
Yeah. But personally, I wouldn't be comfortable with that. Yeah, well, personally.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's why you need to find the right person for you.
No, I don't think I'll ever find a man. You know, I shouldn't even be having this conversation.
You will.
On this podcast. I'm basically making men run away, okay? I'm joking, but
you're chasing away the ones you won't be able to stay with anyway.
Exactly.
You're filtering.
Look, I don't think there's any man who would be comfortable seeing his partner naked on TV.
No.
Realistically.
Yeah, comfortable.
Yes, comfortable. I don't think any man would be. It takes a lot of, EQ, emotional intelligence, for you to understand that this is a job.
I swear to God, I was about to correct you. I was about to excuse me, you mean IQ?
No, EQ. Emotional intelligence.
I'm glad I held back.
And I learned that in hospital. Like, they were differentiating everything, you know? But when you get to that point where you emotionally are able to handle some stuff and be like, I'm going to put myself aside and understand that this is a job and then there's us as a relationship, then I'll be like, okay, cool, maybe we can go somewhere, you know? But that's still after a while of us getting to know each other. Personally, I'm just emotionally unavailable. You know, I just want to focus on my hustle. I want to focus on me, my family. And then I will see the relationship or, the dating scene. Yeah, no, I'm not interested right now.
I'll tell you this. In that same vein, when I say I would struggle with a partner who has to do those kind of scenes, I myself, right? I am an actor. I would turn down scenes like that. I would. Because I myself am not comfortable doing that.
Okay.
So it's not like it's something like, you're a woman, you can't. No.
It's just you.
Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah.
And my partner, and I don't think my partner would like to do that. Even though ironically, whenever I see a straight guy play a gay guy. In a series or a movie, I feel like that is the highest form of taking on a different character.
Oh my God!
Because I think it's much easier for a gay guy to play a gay
role,
but for a straight guy to play a gay guy, I think that takes so much. And I have a lot of respect for actors who can pull that off.
I wouldn't
do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it personally, but
but I
there's
have
this
a lot
guy.
of respect for people who are able to do that convincingly. Before you go on to that next one, just to give you an idea, in the series Modern Family, dude,
Yeah.
the guy,
He's
the other guy is straight.
He's straight.
When I learned that, I'm like, no way.
I was
dude.
also like,
you're amazing.
No. And he's just like, darling, honey. And I'm just like,
Duh, he pulls it off so well.
oh my God.
And so for me, there's that dichotomy with me.
Yeah,
Where I'm
yeah.
like, you know what? I respect what actors do.
Yeah.
I respect
You literally
what
need to
it
step
takes.
out of your space.
Yes, and it takes a
lot
from you.
Let me tell
A
you,
lot from you.
South Africa's crush
Rest in peace, Heath Ledger.
right now, there is Tembinkosi Mthembu. You know him. He was also on Adulting, the lead guy. He's on Shaka right now.
Oh,
He's
the one who
from-
plays Senza Akhona.
Where?
Wait, was it the macho man?
The big guy.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
So hold on. There's the Ben 10, there's the Gigolo.
That's
There's
BU.
there's the macho man, the alpha male. There's the married.
There's the married
man
on.
with the side
Macho
chick.
man is Ntlantla. Then there's the married man, my boyfriend.
Yes.
Which is Tabiso.
Oh, you were the side chick.
Yeah.
Oh, one of.
No, the
You
main
were-
one. And then I broke up with him. Then he became a hoe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
You were the
And
main
then-
side.
Okay.
And then there's
there
the
was-
gangster.
No, okay, so you talk about the macho one.
No,
The rich
there's
one.
the actual gangster, the guy who was
So
hijacking,
that's Eric.
Eric.
Okay, cool.
right?
Then there's BU's character.
Yes.
VU.
Then there's the
Vuyani.
married guy.
Then there's the married guy.
Then there's the alpha male, the one who's
That guy.
who worked for his girlfriend's brother.
That guy.
You talking about him?
Yes, Tembinkosi.
Tembinkosi, yeah.
He played a
plays-
gay role.
What?
He played a gay role
Where?
on a web series. I was shook.
And he pulled it off.
He killed it. I was like, no.
Look at what he's been cast.
No.
He's been cast as Utingiswayo. He's
on
Utingiswayo, right?
Ishakalembe.
And he
He is
just...
killing it. Babe, you should see him on that web series. I was like, there's no ways.
Dude.
And I watched and I was like, what? And he killed it.
Yeah.
So that's the perfect example of what you're saying.
I truly respect that. I don't have the confidence to pull it off.
Yeah.
But when
No, I think you could do it. I think you could.
Stop it.
Oh my
girl.
God.
Oh my God, you're so bad. I'm sorry. That's a very
No, man.
What's it called? A
I know-
stereotypical
yeah,
idea of a
stereotypical.
gay guy. My bad.
No, my best friend, yeah, I'm not going to say much, but you'd never say, like, he is the shit.
Yeah.
He is the shit.
That is dope. That's really
Like,
dope. I really like that. What has there been any character that you feel like because in South Africa, fame for a musician
Oh, yeah.
is completely different to fame for an actor or actress.
You right.
Yeah, because in South Africa, people will slap you for what you did on screen.
Yeah, I haven't slept.
In real life.
Yeah.
Where? When? How? Why?
I
And how much time are they doing in prison today?
think we were in, no, man, we were in Porch and we were doing this rhythms. I was on Rhythm City and we used to do these things where we give back to the community. So I think I went into a checkers or something, and you must understand the LSM there is the LSM for for Rhythm City. And so that means everybody watches. So I was still new and they just like, here is this bitch. And one of them, because I was taking, I don't know if you remember Dumi Masilela. He was
do
Fiso on
remember
the
him.
show. So he was my boyfriend at that
Dumi
time.
is the one who
Got shot and murdered. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Dumi.
I still need to follow that case. I
Yeah.
really hope.
Hate that case.
Anyway, carry
So
on.
he was my boyfriend on the show. I've just stolen him. So there's a girl who was dating him. I stole her life. I stole him. I stole her career, her job. It was a mess.
Okay. All right. now, in the real world, there's girls who look at Dumi and they love him for real.
Yeah.
They want that Dumi they see on
Yep.
screen to
Yep.
be theirs.
Exactly.
And now they see you on screen.
Exactly.
Taking him.
Oh, no,
so
but it
you,
was an
you are
older woman.
Cruella de Vil.
Babes. And now I've taken the main star on Rhythm City at the time. Her name is Amo. Her character's name was Renelwe. I took her whole life and people were just like, no, you're not going to do that to our girl. That's our fave. That's our favorite. And somebody just slapped me. Yeah, wait, now. And my friend was like, let's go. And I just stood there like,
Oh, huh?
you know when you're like, no, what just what? She's like, Johnny, let's go. And we ran out. And she's like, are you okay? And we were with Bruno, who's also unfortunately passed away last year.
Bruno
And
Kumshev.
yeah.
Hey, dude, last year was
a lot,
bro.
And Bruno just laughed at me, and I was like, "Really? Are you serious?" He's like, "Ntwana, you said you want to be in the industry. It's welcome, Ntwana." And I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And yeah, so yeah, I've been slapped before. People sometimes
by an older woman.
Yeah, I think she was probably like in her late 30s at that time, and I'm like 22. Yeah.
IQ, emotional intelligence.
No, man, it's not that. They don't know better. Like that LSM doesn't know better is what I assume. I just feel like they don't know better. It's not like people go out of their way.
Yeah, but don't learn on Dippy's face. Hey. Oh, Ibo. So, is that the one character that has really impacted your personal life the most?
I think every character will impact your personal life. Yeah. Just 2 weeks ago, I went to go buy an electric blanket, and it was
because you're single and it's winter. No, I'm here to be the voice of reason. Carry on, my friend. Yeah. I love you.
So anyway.
Meanwhile, I have 2 electric brackets and I've been married for so long. Yeah. Carry on, yeah.
So, but it's mainly because I'm single. It's flipping cold. So I bought it and I go in there and then the lady so I played this character Pinky on Mobango. And then number, who Pinky easy. Oh my God, what's that? And I get there, I was like, but I'm quite uncomfortable because I'm tired. I don't feel like pictures and questions and just that attention because now they joined the whole shop to be looking at me. Oh, yeah. And I'm just
you just want to get a single lady's blanket.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she goes, hi man, go TV waiting.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
And I went, yeah? Yeah, man, go TV was slim, man. And I thought to myself, no. I'm like, but the way that I say things, people automatically laugh. I think I've just got like this comedy bone, Yeah. So people just started laughing like I was joking. And I also laughed. But I went home and I'm like, what is she trying to say? Because usually on TVs when you look bigger, than in real life. So I was just like looking at myself and I'm like, Dips, are we bigger, girl? Like now I'm like, God damn, I think I gotta stop, eating a lot. Yeah. Like, and yeah, man, I started blaming the pills that I'm on because they've been making me eat, bro. So I was just like, oh my God.
And I've been cooking up a storm for you. So I'm making sure that
in Durban, how many times did I eat when we went to Durban?
Yo, every time I cooked, when I was cooking, you said, I don't eat this.
I don't eat this.
And then when dinner was ready,
it was me here.
Going for seconds.
It was me here. No, shout out to your cook. Guys, Maraza's cooking also. Maraza can cook. I don't eat Indian food, but I was eating Indian food with no meat. I'm like, Maraza, what is this? Yeah, no, shout out to you.
Yeah.
No, shout out to you.
By the way, BU's vegan now, so...
No, he's been vegan. No, like Lutando's been vegan. Yeah. Okay. Okay, BU.
I struggle to imagine a Zulu man being vegan.
Look, did you not see one Big Brother? Like, he would just sit and just...
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like... And people thought he was extra. I also did once.
But that's genuinely... That's genuinely him. And I really... when I saw him in Big Brother, I was like, damn, my friend is too nice for what this show requires.
Yeah.
But I was happy to see someone who's got that kind of spirit, that kind of spirit and care.
That's another I don't give a fuck person.
Yeah, and
that's another one.
But in the nicest way.
Yeah, and I only got to know him when we shot Adulting, and I was just like, what a great, genuine guy who really is like he's really, you know what I mean? He's not trying to act.
No. He's been helping me a lot with like, excuse me, because, the way I try to deal with my own struggles with mental health and things like that is I am now trying to directly and readily confront the issues that plague me and filter what I can do something about now and what I can't, because too often we get hung up on that brick wall that you can't punch through. Meanwhile, there's 100 other doors here that you can open and walk through, but we focus on this thing that's blocking us. And so we never get to go through those other doors. And if you go through, you'll find that down the line, there's a room where you can pass through this thing right here.
Right.
So, I've been trying things like meditating and whatnot. But you just said at that store, you know, the way you say things with a funny bone in you, and we're getting close to wrapping it up.
Yeah, yeah.
You say things with like just humor and whatnot. I really worry about people like myself, and especially people like you, because oftentimes the people who are the life of the party go through many times where the party leaves us lifeless. And, you know, last year, so much happened. We lost so much. And people like myself, but especially people like you had to carry on being the bubbles that everyone relies on for the humor in the room, for the life in the room. Do you think that there's pressure to always be happy-go-lucky, dippy, wherever you are?
There's definitely pressure. I'll give you an example. Dimplez died on the 6th of March, 2022. Already, it was City who had passed away, which I was close to.
On Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and then Ricky, like I was good with him like back then, and you know, I didn't really like. Yeah, it was Ricky, but it still touched me. And then it was Dimplez, like a week after, you know. And I was still on Takalani Sesame, or I still am on Takalani Sesame right now. I'm a 4-year-old character, right? Her name is Zoe.
I played a hippo one time.
Oh, my friend. High five.
a woman hippo.
Oh.
And they didn't even need to change my voice.
You know what? I don't put it past them.
They didn't even need to change my voice. I was like,
Sanmalani. Oh my gosh. So I was like, always like,
you have to play a 4-year-old and you're going through
my nigga.
Such loss.
And literally, I've always been used to suppressing things. I'm very good at suppressing things, you know.
Yeah,
and just being the life of the party. But once I'm alone, it's just like the tears will come and it's just like, okay, fix it, put on your big girl panties and move on. But that period, I think from March until they tried to fire me. And this is no, I'm telling you because the episodes needed to be out. But my voice cracked.
Oh.
My voice cracked. I couldn't speak, bro. Like, just speak. Just to say hi. It was very, like, raspy. It was very hi, blah, 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 you know. And it was just a damn mess. And I needed to ask them, I need you guys to please give me a break and somehow figure out. But now that's telling Sesame Street that they must now swap their episodes and stuff, which was a big process. But you know what? There was this lady, Carla. She helped me. And I don't know if you know Cuba. Cuba's a producer. Yeah. Cuba helped me.
From a DJ?
Yeah, DJ Cuba.
DJ Cuba, yeah.
Shout DJ out. Cuba. That's my life. He's my everything.
Yeah.
And he literally took me through the process, him and my partner at that time. And we were able to speak to Takalani like, yo, dude, let's work. She's just lost somebody. Like, it's bad now.
Who was your partner at that time?
I can't say.
Okay.
You better not say anything.
We'll see when the episode comes out. Carry on, Takalani. Anyway, yeah. So Cuba took you through, and your partner who was very supportive.
Very supportive, yeah.
And they helped you through what process?
Well, the process of having to, I was first dealing with denial.
Yeah.
Because I'd wake up and still try to call Dimplez and be like, do me. And the phone would have to go off for me to realize that this guy's dead. I would literally forget. I would dial the number because something's happened and I want to say, yo, dog, you'll never like imagine what. You know? But I've forgotten, you know.
Yeah, because he'd be very happy for you.
Exactly.
Good friends. And anytime something good happens. Yeah.
I gossiped a lot with that nigga, bruh. So it was denial and then it was the grief. Yeah. And that's when my voice broke. And Takalani was like, I was done. And they were just like, okay, take a month. You know, and right after that, they had me back, and that's when I was able to regain consciousness again. Because I think I was also very unconscious without realizing it. I was subconsciously unconscious. So but it like I got that support I needed, and I came back.
And I really hope that the only time you ever have to deal with denial again is in your next life as another version of Cleopatra. So that the only denial that you're dealing with is the river Nile.
It's not the first time you call me Cleopatra. You did this in Durban as well.
Yeah, you have this exotic East African look about you. It's pretty dope.
Thank you.
Also, I think there's a tattoo on you that I saw on you.
No, it's not Cleopatra though.
No. It just makes me think of the pyramids and hieroglyphs.
This one.
I'm not sure why. Yeah. Probably another one. Because I wasn't looking there.
I mean, my tops were like revealing like this, so.
So let's reveal something else. No.
Say!
I really hope that you don't always feel like you have to put on your big girl panties, and it's crazy because I these days we have this thing that as men, the pressure of being a man is detrimental to young men and to men in general. And I felt like that for a while until I started leaning into it, because I can't change the fact that I am a man anyway.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you can, but as collab, yeah?
I see collab. Indeed. In my world, you can't. So, and I just realized, I started to lean into it more, and there's great satisfaction in overcoming something and being able to defeat something, and it made me feel good. But at the same time, I realized I don't always have to keep my big boy panties on. It's okay sometimes to just give myself a break and understand that I'm going through a lot. Like,
yes,
it for some people, it might. I always say it's easier for those who are gone. It's harder for those of us who are left behind. And you went through a lot last year. You went through a lot this year. And by the sound of things, with people slapping you in potch, you've gone through a lot for most of your life.
I have. And I guess that's what's made me strong.
Yeah.
I don't dwell on it. If anything, it gives me so much confidence.
Yes.
And it gives me so much strength to carry on, because I'm just like, yo, I went through that.
Yeah.
I can go through anything.
Yeah.
Just for the mere fact that I went through life without knowing who my father is, not hearing his voice, getting his touch or his warmth, or just having my father.
Yes.
It's already enough for me to carry on this life. I've made it past 31 years. I can make it through more. Yeah. Especially with having the mother that I have. Yeah. So I just look to her when it's time where I'm just like, I can't do it. My mom will be like, come here. And just the hug from my mama, Yeah. And she'll just chat me up, relax, and she'll pray. And after that, I feel revitalized. And I'm just like, let's go. We can do this, because I have to live for her. I have to make a point through her.
Yes, sir.
Because she did it on her own. So we got to do it.
We have to do it. With everything. Where you came from, what you've done to get here, where here is right now, both physically and mentally. How is Dippy's life so far?
Content.
Yeah?
I'm content. Like I said, I come out of hospital. In June, I was admitted into hospital, into a mental health wellness clinic, and I was dealt with, by a psychiatrist and a psychologist, and I needed to deal with the things that I'm always suppressing in order to impress the world and be this, macho girl. But I was able to deal with those things. A can of worms were opened. So I'm dealing with my problems bit by bit. It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
So it's bit by bit. I'm learning my boundaries. I'm learning to say no. Yeah. I'm learning just to say, we can't do this. I'm not comfortable with it. And that's that. I don't owe you an explanation. I don't owe you shit. You just know that Dippy doesn't like this, and that's it. Yeah. Same way that you're going to tell me, you've told me many times, where you're like, well, Dippy, fuck you. And I'm just like, damn, Maraza can speak like this.
Yeah, minus the fuck you.
Yeah, but you literally say fuck you in simple words. You're just like, no, Dips, why, blah, blah. And I'm just like, fine. Like, we've had many arguments, you know what I'm saying?
True.
I'm learning that, I'm just like, I don't have to be nice to everybody. I can't save the whole world. I'm not God.
No.
Even God is not saving the whole world.
No,
he's doing it bit by bit, you know? So yeah, I'm content. I'm happy with who I am right now. And that's why I'm saying I'm emotionally unavailable. Sorry to cut you off.
There we go. I'm very happy with who you are right now.
Thank you.
And I'm happy where we are. In our friendship,
yeah.
in our working relationship,
yeah.
in my being the resident catering guy
yes.
for you.
Yes, you are my...
I'm
hungry.
So next time someone says you look bigger, just tell them, hey, it's
Raza, go speak to Raza, bro.
I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great. It's been great.
So amazing.
And I really hope that young girls out there are watching you.
Yeah.
And looking at you and seeing that I can be who and what I want to be.
Yeah.
When I want to be that on my own terms.
Right. Yeah.
And I do hope that one day you find someone who makes you think, you know what? Maybe a career is not that important. One day.
All right, thank you for joining us, guys. It was so lovely being amazing. Like,
Carry on.
I'm joking, my baby.
I think you'd make an amazing home.
Soon. Yeah. Thank
When
you
the
for
time is
saying
right.
that. An amazing home.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It'll happen soon.
It will.
It'll happen soon.
At the right time. No pressure. No pressure.
Yeah.
You're full of love. But I just,
Thank you.
on all the people that I love, I wish for them to just have amazing homes.
You know what I also wish for you?
Yeah?
I wish for you so much love. The love that you give to everybody. You know, the care.
Thank you.
And the professionalism that you give. I really pray that everybody gives you the exact same energy.
Well,
because you're so... And the food, bro. Okay, but...
Let me tell you, my prices are going up now. My prices are going up now.
Woo!
All
nah,
right.
guys, trust me. But yeah, thank you so much for having me.
It's a great pleasure. Thank you for being here. If you want to check out Ms Dippy and all of her work, check out on social media. Her links are going to be in the description. Of course, she is, among many other things, also a musician. So when she drops new music, I'll just come and update this description and add something there in the link if there's a music video or what have you not. And let us know what you thought of the interview. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you guys on the next one. That is Dippy's Life SoFa on the Life SoFa. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Really?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, shit. Where in the world is our food? Yeah?